this eternal moment, this now that is always here, cannot be destroyed. Because it is always here. We have always been here now. And everything that appears outside of that, or what seems to, like any imagination, any thought of the past or future, is all created in this moment. And this is where the peace of our being resides, in knowing that we can't ever leave what is truly here now, and that everything that seems to take us from the beauty, the peace, and the lightness of now is illusory. The mind can come in and create its little stories, its little narratives, and it's a little gremlin, right? You could think of it as like a gremlin. It comes in and it goes and it takes us from the magic of this. And it always is this. And we get lost in this game, this believing that there's something there to fix, right? There's the human being, and there's something wrong with it. There's something wrong with it. There's something that needs to be fixed. But you can't fix what is just here, what is always here, which is now, which is forever. And so we can get lost in this believing of this fixing story of a past and future, and there's something I'm working towards that needs to be mended. But what is here now is already free, is always here, and is the gateway into this deeper reality, which is through the senses. We can feel, there's the senses, right? We experience this reality through the senses, and that is the gateway into this deeper reality, through the senses, through the breath, and through just allowing and surrendering to now, knowing that that is completely enough. That what we ultimately chase, right? We believe the human is like on a treadmill and it's going, and there's a carrot in front. And it believes that by getting the carrot, so that the carrot is the imagined thing, right? The next partner, the next house, the next something. We believe that by getting it, we're going to, there's going to be some sort of completion. But the carrot is just us. It's all us. So all we're looking for is ourself now, is the freeness and the aliveness of what is truly here and what is always present. And once that's seen, there's no limits to what we can actually feel and how free and how joyful we can feel. Because what is here now is just joyful, right? We can't describe it. It goes beyond every thought, every feeling, every idea about ourselves and what we should be, the spiritual path we're on, and I'm on this spiritual path and I need to get to enlightenment, and also placing others outside of ourselves as a higher being than us, which is just insane. Every being is you. There's no hierarchy. You are every person as source consciousness, right? Just manifesting itself as that. So, we then see in this moment, there's the beingness behind everything. There's the light behind everything, in everyone and everything. And that becomes the practice. The more we can surrender to now, the more free we see we are, and we always have been. We've never left this freeness. We've never left this love, because that's all we've ever known. So the practice is to be this in this wild world of form, wherever you are. If you're shopping, if your baby is crying and going crazy, if you're partying, if you stepped in dog poo, if your car has caught on fire, all these crazy things that happen. if we can just know that there's a presence always in these waves of form, right? There's the ocean amongst all these waves that is only here now. And when we allow ourselves to feel that, we feel it's transparent. It doesn't have a boundary. It can't be labeled. It can't be a name. It can't be what we wear. It can't be any trait. It's unknowable. It's ungraspable. But it's here. And we can feel it. It's a window which is transparent, which is the gateway into the infinite, which is just this. And we all know it by knowing that we can't know it conceptually. And this peace, this knowing that there's something there always supporting the character, always supporting the human, always supporting the waves of form. We know that this is where we can always return to be the freeness that we are, that we all are, playing this beautiful game, this beautiful space-time game as your avatar. And this is the ultimate game, right? Who would have thought we could be so unlimited as infinite consciousness that we were able to create this level of density where we feel things, we feel loss, we have this sense of limitation, of density, that we could get so lost in it, right, that we believe, yep, this is it. It's just this material world. But no, we know that it's not just matter, that underneath all matter is consciousness. Everything arises from consciousness, from the transcendental. And so we reside in that place and then we act from that place, right? When we're here, when we're feeling, when we're breathing, we know we're present, we're in this moment completely, then that shines through everything we do, every word we speak, every feeling we have, every thought we have, every action we do comes from this place of stillness. And that's a love, that's a self-love, knowing that I am that. I am the I am in everything and everyone. And that's beautiful, that's amazing, because that is love, and I am that love. So when I love myself that deeply, I love everything and everyone else, because how could I not? Because they're just another expression of me. And so everything is an intimacy with yourself. You are reality interacting with itself constantly. So it's your choice what you want to create out of this, right? You know, we can create beautiful things from this. And then we treat everything with love, right? Because we know we are part of that. And when I say there's an intimacy with everything, there is in some way. And it's not just about relationships and you know, intimacy between two people, because that is just between you, right? And even everything you interact with here, you know, is just a reflection of yourself. Is like, how well am I treating myself now? How much am I loving myself now? And so the challenge of form is the balance, right? Between the being of knowing that we are just here, that there's a presence that shines through everything, but then also the doing. So no matter what you do, whether you're a cook, a teacher, you know, a sports player. Like, it's the balancing of the doing and the being, and there's no, you'll see that there's no difference between the two really, because being is always being and doing just happens. But the more we get clear in this, the more we can then, the more deeply we can do, the more deeply we can do, because we're present, we're truly present with it. If we're just lost in the doing, right, then we're not actually in this reality of now. So that just takes always, if you get lost in form, if you get lost in story, coming back to what's here, what's real, what's alive, what's now. And there's a magic in it, you know, there's a magic in it, in everything. Just look, like everything is a manifestation of the one being. And we are that. And it's beautiful, it's messy, form is messy, but the light of what we are is not messy. Is just it's so obvious that it's now, it's an energy shared now, and it goes completely beyond the idea of who we are. It is something creating all of this, and that something is us. Okay, lots of love. Bye.